When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Experian. Are you paying for subscriptions you don't use but can't find the time or energy to cancel them? Experian could cancel unwanted subscriptions for you, saving you an average of $270 per year and plenty of time. Download the Experian app. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. Paid membership with connected payment account required.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on the future of Call of Duty because it concerns me on the path that this game is heading down. And it's something where I'm like, fam, playing Call of Duty growing up, it was so fun. Like, that's something where I cannot stress that enough. Like, for anybody of the newer generation that didn't really grow up playing Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2, I mean, even like Modern Warfare 3, I feel like those, like, that era of Call of Duty, like the Xbox 360 era, that was an era where it was like, fam, Call of Duty was like, it was on top. Like, there wasn't really any other games that was competing. Like, even Battlefield was coming out during that time. Like, you had Battlefield 3, you had Battlefield 4, I'm trying to think Bad Company 2, but none of those games stood out more than Call of Duty. Like, Battlefield 3 was probably the best out of all the Battlefield series, but it still wasn't on that same level. You will only play Battlefield when you got bored of Call of Duty. That was the only reason why. Like, I had to say Battlefield was like, that was the closest that we got to like a realistic simulator game on, like military simulator game on console. And then what Call of Duty was just like, it was that perfect amount of fun from multiplayer, campaign. I mean, I was a fan of campaign. I've always enjoyed the Call of Duty campaign modes and stuff. And then whether it was like one of the co-op modes or zombies, like whatever Call of Duty had, it was going to be good. And that was one thing that they never did, was disappoint. Like, you was either putting countless hours in the multiplayer, you was putting countless hours in the zombies, you was putting hours into campaign, I guess for however long campaign was, but you had a reason to play Call of Duty. What is the situation now with Call of Duty to where, in my opinion, there's no reason to play Call of Duty? At least not the main game. Warzone, yeah. But when it comes down to campaign, I feel like they're slacking when it comes to campaign. When it comes down to multiplayer, when was the last time they did something multiplayer related? When was the last time, like, campaign? I guess, like, with this last Call of Duty, they did change it up where it was like this open mission campaign where you got to you got to do whatever objective you wanted to do first. So I had to say that was kind of cool for campaign. But multiplayer, on the other hand, what was the last time they did something with multiplayer and it stood out? Because as far as I see it, in my opinion, there's nothing that has stood out with multiplayer in Call of Duty. And it really fuses me where I'm like, fam, that's a mode that people play. Yeah, they might not play it as much as Warzone, but I'm saying, like, that's a mode where there should be if it's gonna exist, there should be numerous things to do within multiplayer, whether it's coming out with new modes, whether it's having a bunch of different maps. I'm saying it just, to me, doesn't make any sense where it's like, you guys come out with multiplayer, but you focus on Warzone. And honestly, that's what I think where the future of Call of Duty, where it's heading down, where they're not even going to come out with I guarantee and I promise you, they're going to come out with a Call of Duty where it has no campaign, or if it does have a campaign, everything is going to be in Warzone. They're going to come out with a Call of Duty, or it's like they're going to skip a year, however they decide to do it, but they're just going to spend their time working on Warzone and coming out with a battle pass. But I'm saying, like, that one year when they came out with Black Ops 4, they kind of tested it out. And look how that Call of Duty came out. It was like people wasn't really feeling it like that, because it was like, yeah, they had a lot of multiplayer stuff, or not multiplayer, but zombies multiplayer. I'm trying to think, did they even really do anything with multiplayer? They might have. I feel like there was probably some things that they did with multiplayer, but it didn't stand out because the main mode that they had in there, it wasn't Warzone, but it was that battle royale mode. And you know what the funny thing is that I was getting ready to say, like, they're gonna most likely at some point in time come out with an extraction shooter, Call of Duty DMZ. That's the thing that confuses me with these bigger, I guess, like, companies and stuff. And I had to say, more so the companies that are struggling, because you don't really see Fortnite doing no stuff like that. Yeah, you'll probably have it where somebody will do like some extraction like mode in the game and stuff, but that's usually coming from the audience. I like the fact that with Fortnite they have it where you're allowed to come out with whatever missions, or not missions, but whatever modes you want to play in that game. But they leave it up to the fans to create that stuff and, you know, play it. But it's like, you don't have to play it. They put a bunch of different stuff in that game, and I have to say that's one of the main reasons why you don't see when Fortnite, like when some genre starts trending, they're like, oh, let's come out with something like that. No, they came out with Lego Fortnite. They came out with that rocket racing. I'm trying to think of some other stuff. They added it where you can do like some Unreal Engine creation stuff in the game. They gave you more things to do. Versus Call of Duty, it's like, what new things have they added in the games throughout the year since they came out with that newer Modern Warfare? Not the Modern Warfare remastered. And I actually want to talk on that real quick too, because there is some recent news with that Call of Duty where it's like, yeah, you guys don't want fans to have fun. I honestly truly do believe that, but it's like, what have they done differently since that Call of Duty? Like, let's list out all the new Call of Duties, and then let's think back on some of the older Call of Duties and how fun those Call of Duties were. But anyways, with Modern Warfare, yeah, that was like, in my opinion, that was probably the best one out of all, like, the new generation Call of Duty games. But it's like, yeah, they had a really good campaign. Multiplayer, I mean, it was there, but it wasn't really all that fascinating. They had that co-op mode. I thought co-op was pretty decent, but then they added Warzone, and it was like, whoa, wow, like, this is pretty crazy. This is pretty cool. All right, so next Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War. They did zombies. That zombies was pretty decent in there. Campaign was kind of iffy. Like, I did play campaign, and it got to that last part where I think your character was hallucinating, and it was like all this extra stuff started happening, and I'm thinking to myself, like, fam, what is going on in this game? What's going on with campaign right now? I don't get this, you know. But anyways, but yeah, Black Ops Cold War, I had to say, multiplayer was all right. I mean, I did see a lot of people playing a little bit of it, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't something that stood out like all the other Call of Duties and stuff. So, but anyways, and then Vanguard came out. That wasn't the best Call of Duty. I'm like, that was a Call of Duty where it got a lot of negative feedback. And yeah, people wasn't really feeling it. It was like there was, you know, like, yeah, I think I played a little bit of campaign. I played a little bit of zombies. I honestly, did the game even have multiplayer? Like, what things that I might do that. I might go back and play that and see what multiplayer was like, because I really don't remember nothing of multiplayer in Vanguard. I'm actually kind of confused on whether or not did Call it, like, now I gotta look that up right now, because I'm like, they probably didn't even do nothing with Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer. Like, what did they do with it? I feel like they didn't even really do no multiplayer review. There's with IGN. Oh, so I guess, like, IGN played it. But I'm like, fam, I honestly, I don't remember nothing of multiplayer. I'm, like, looking at a video right now, and I'm like, I don't even remember. I must have played, like, one multiplayer, and seeing, it's like, they make it seem like that they're gonna have, like, some racing stuff in, Call of Duty. There's, like, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War multiplayer review, and IGN got this thumbnail where it's like, they got some people driving cars. I'm like, they ain't never had, I'm like, if they did have some racing related stuff, it was something that I didn't hear of. But yeah, Vanguard multiplayer, yeah, IGN might have given it a 7 out of 10, it looks like. But I didn't even remember hearing any things. They don't even they just kind of just talk on it. They don't even, they want you to watch the video. Yeah, I ain't gonna do all that. But anyways, then what was the next Call of Duty after Vanguard? Wasn't it Modern Warfare 2? I think it was Modern Warfare 2. Next COD after Vanguard. It was. I thought it was all the games in order complete series. Okay. So, I guess, sure. I was like, I hate when things be popping up and stuff, but alright, so yeah, Modern Warfare 2. In my opinion, although people say that Vanguard was probably the worst, Modern Warfare 2, in my opinion, was the worst. That was the Call of Duty where it was like, fam, I don't know what you guys were thinking when you released that Call of Duty, but that was not the best Call of Duty. That was the worst. That Call of Duty, they did made it like, there's like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this like early access where you get to play campaign and all that stuff. So yeah, play campaign seemed alright. Played the beta of multiplayer seemed like it was somewhat alright. But then when the game fully came out, the most buggiest, glitchiest game I had to say that I played of modern times. I've never played a game where it crashed every time when I played it. Every time when I played, and then it got to a point where the game, I would download it and the game wouldn't even start up. I had to uninstall Steam and what was that? Battle.net, whatever it's called. I had to uninstall both those programs and then reinstall it just so I can play Call of Duty again. That's something I have never, throughout the years of me being a gamer, I have never, ever seen some stuff like that with video games before. So I was like, in my opinion, a Call of Duty that I can't even play, that's gonna be the worst Call of Duty that I've ever played and stuff. And then this list, this is uploaded by RadioTimes.com. They have Call of Duty Warzone 2, where they consider that a video game. I guess it is, but at the same time, I'm like, fam, that's supposed to be an add-on. That ain't supposed to be a whole, honestly though, I feel like that's more of a video game than the traditional titles of Modern Warfare, Black Ops, every other, Call of Duty and stuff. And then, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, it was like, people, they didn't really mess with that Call of Duty. It's like that Call of Duty came out, and what did everybody do? They went and played Warzone. I'm trying to think, I remember there was one night where me and my friends that I used to play Call of Duty with, we played it one night. One night we had played Call of Duty, and that was about it. Other than that, it was like, fam, we don't even play Call of Duty versus back then where you had I didn't play I played it after the fact when it came out years later. I played it after Black Ops, but I went back and I played World at War, and I seen how zombies originated, and then I played a little bit of campaign multiplayer. It was modded, but I did play a little bit of it, and I was like, wow, this was actually decent. Let me see what was it? I think it was Modern Warfare, that very first one. So, actually Modern Warfare came out first and then World at War. So I didn't play Modern Warfare when it very first came out back in 2007. I played it when they remastered it, and then, they changed it. And I thought it was decent. I thought campaign was pretty good. I thought multiplayer from what I had played was pretty good. I did like watching a lot of videos of it on YouTube. So yeah, multiplayer was decent. I'm trying to think, did they have any, I think that was about it. I don't remember them having no co-op mode and stuff like they would in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but I'm pretty sure, I imagine that was probably good too. So, but anyways, so yeah, I did play the remastered version. I thought that was decent. World at War was decent. Modern Warfare 2 was wow, the funny thing was so the first Call of Duty that I ever played was Black Ops. I went back and played Modern Warfare 2 because of how much people were hyping it up, and I was like, wow, this Call of Duty is actually decent. I'm like, man, it's crazy how it's you go back and you play an older Call of Duty, and it's I feel like most people will look at it, I guess, if you're not really a gamer, you're all like, okay, well, what's the difference? You're some soldier going out and you're shooting at other people. It's all the Call of Duties are the same. I feel like most people will probably say some stuff like that. But no, honestly though, Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops were they were completely different games and stuff. It pretty much was more content to play and things, from multiplayer to campaign. I'm trying to think, did they have any third mode in it? If they did, I was like, they had that too. But anyways, then Modern Warfare 3 came out, and I was like, man, from infected to multiplayer to was they did have a co-op mode on there. Campaign was pretty decent, but I mean, like, man, that was pretty decent. Like, Call of Duty, I remember, and the funny thing is like, when I think about it now, I was like, that was top tier Call of Duty. You know, that was like, those were the Call of Duty games that you can actually appreciate, because I remember it was funny. So at that, when I was in, because these Call of Duties came out while I was in high school, so I remember I kind of was having like my strike against Call of Duty. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna get no more Call of Duty games. I'm done with them. And so Black Ops 2 came out, didn't play it. Ghost came out, didn't play it. Advanced Warfare came out, I did play a little bit of that. Black Ops 3, played a little bit of that. Infinite Warfare. By that time, I was working in Seattle, so of course I was, because I was like, it was a Call of Duty. I'm like, so the funny thing was, like, with the older Call of Duties, like before 2016, because 2016 is when I had started working in Seattle. So I was like, I didn't want my parents to go out and buy games that I wasn't gonna enjoy. So that's why I was like, no, I ain't even gonna fool with Call of Duty. I'll play any and everything else, but I am not fooling. Well, actually, you know what? No, by that time, because I was playing Destiny a lot, so that was the main game that I was really playing and stuff. But yeah, I remember I did play Infinite Warfare. I remember Infinite Warfare, that game got a massive amount of hate, but they did hype it up because they was like, Modern Warfare Remastered was gonna come out with it. So I was like, well, I never played Modern Warfare, so I was like, all right, let me go and play Modern Warfare. Played it, enjoyed it, thought it was pretty good. World War II came out. I thought multiplayer was decent in World War II. Never really had sat down and played I played a little bit of campaign, but yeah, overall though, like, multiplayer, I had was more so playing that and things. But Black Ops 4, I mean, yeah, it was there and stuff, and then that was like afterwards, that's when like Modern Warfare and all these newer Call of Duties had started coming out and things. But anyways, let's go back 10 years, let's start with Advanced Warfare and stuff. So I know a lot of people didn't really like that Call of Duty because it was a futuristic Call of Duty and stuff. And I thought it was decent. I know I was playing a lot of it and things, and so, but no, people, they were mad about it, and I'm like, okay, well, that would be my question to the people that were so mad about that game back then. What would you rather play, Advanced Warfare or play one of the newer Call of Duties? Because I'm actually kind of...
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be.
Oh, that's my garage going off. I was like hearing a noise, and I'm all like, what's this noise that I'm hearing? But anyways, but no, like, that's a genuine question that I have for people. It's like, would you rather play Advanced Warfare or one of these newer Call of Duties that's coming out? Because I already know that when Black Ops 6 comes out, people ain't gonna like it. And I truly do believe that's one of the main reasons why this game is coming out on the Xbox Game Pass. Because it's not there. Who knows? Maybe campaign might have some stuff in it. Maybe multiplayer might be a little bit different. But honestly, though, how many Call of Duties done came out since they added Warzone? They done came out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Call of Duties, and now all of a sudden with this Call of Duty Black Ops 6, this one's supposed to be different. This one's supposed to be... That's one thing that I've paid attention to with gaming, and I guess like with games that get released yearly, they always hype it up to make it seem like it's going to be the best game of all time, but it's honestly the same thing. And I'm telling you right now, like with this next Call of Duty that comes out, it's not... The crazy thing is like, then when people wanted to have fun, and talking on what I was going to talk on, so they did come out with a Modern Warfare 2 remaster. They did that back in 2020. And people were hyping it up. They were like, hey, yo, this is going to be the best thing ever. But the one thing that they didn't add, and it's like, fam, what's the point of even coming out with the game if you're not going to add that? Because that was literally the main point of the game. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 gets remastered. They release it. Campaign comes out. Multiplayer. Not there. Only campaign. That was the only thing that was available in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. To anybody that played Modern Warfare 2, and that game came out back in 2009. To anybody that had played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 back in 2009, what were you mainly playing? Like, yeah, you might probably play campaign and stuff, but afterwards, what else did you usually play? Multiplayer. Why wasn't multiplayer involved in Call of Duty? So no, this is the crazy thing. So just recently, some modder, whoever, they came out, they were going to come out with this mod for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, the remastered one, to have it where it's like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. I don't know, because I don't think they have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remastered on Steam, so that might be the reason why they were doing it that way. Yeah, they don't have it on that's weird. They really don't have it on Steam. I thought they did. They have Modern Warfare, well, they have the original Modern Warfare 2, but from what I heard, multiplayer ain't really all that. Not so much as that it's not good. It's not good to play it because I think they said there's like a lot of hackers and stuff. So yeah, there was like, I think I did see some review where somebody was talking on that and stuff. And, yeah, let's see there's like, shame it's full of RCE exploits. I imagine that's probably like hacks or something. There's like, game is unsafe to play, full of exploits and potential viruses you can get. I recommend this video, but details. So yeah, it's like the so like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the original version of it. Yeah, there's like, it ain't good to play at all and stuff on Steam or anywhere. And it's like, yeah, it's probably for the best too, because I'm like, if they talking about there's hackers and stuff, I ain't trying to have it where I'm playing that game all of a sudden I get locked out of my account and stuff. So yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm all like, fam, a modder was getting ready to do something for a lot of people that they enjoyed back then in the day. Because I'm like, fam, I most likely, if this mod would have came out, I most likely would have went out and bought Modern Warfare again, so I can go and play Modern Warfare 2 in this mod and stuff, in the multiplayer mod. Activision shut it down a day before it was going to release, and the person just that was going to come out with the mod, they just pretty much disappeared. And so it really confuses me where it's like, you have it where somebody wants to, they literally gave you guys more money. They were releasing a mod for free. They had people go out and buy your guys' game. What did you do? You shut all that stuff down and then was like, all right, wait until Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I wonder if they came out with anything talking on Black Ops 6, because if so, it's like, fam, you guys really messed up that guy, and it's like, no, they haven't really done it, because that was like last week and stuff when all that stuff had happened and things. But yeah, I personally, I know they have been hyping it up where they was all like, there is going to be a beta thing coming out with Call of Duty, but I'm like, man, I'm telling you, Call of Duty, the future of Call of Duty is that it's just gonna be one big war zone. It ain't gonna be no campaign. They probably will do some stuff like that. They ain't gonna come out with no campaign. They ain't gonna come out with no multiplayer. They're gonna have it where they was like, oh, this is gonna be, and this is most likely how it's gonna go. I'm calling it. This is most likely how it's gonna go. They're gonna come out with a Call of Duty, whatever, Black Ops, Modern Warfare. They're gonna come out with one of those types of Call of Duties, and they're gonna have it where there's gonna be a reason for everybody to play Warzone. So who knows? Maybe they might come out with like a offline Warzone mode so people can play the missions, but that's most likely what's gonna happen. They're gonna just add missions into a Warzone. You just go around the map and you just do random missions for people and stuff, and then then you just go and follow the traditional Warzone like stuff that you're doing in there, going around just one big giant free-for-all and stuff. But other than that, they're not going to, because it's like they are gonna probably have like the original Warzone mode and then all the other like types of modes. And I'm like, I just don't get how a battle royale game can have that many modes and they're all doing the same thing. And it's like, it's weird, man. But overall though, yeah, they're gonna come out with a Call of Duty where multiplayer in campaign. It's either not going to be all of that or it's not going to be there. And the main thing that they're going to be selling with that Call of Duty game is Warzone. Who knows? It might even be this next Call of Duty that's coming out. But anyways, with that being said, I guess, yeah, if you guys are wanting to save yourself about 60, 70 bucks, I mean, if you're on PlayStation, you know, it's up to you whether or not you want to buy that game. But if you're on Xbox, I would definitely recommend get you the Xbox Game Pass. Just pay like 16, 17, however much it costs. Pay for it, whether it's the PC Pass or the actual, like, you have the console. Pay for that and then just play the game for free and stuff. But other than that, I do not recommend buying any more Call of Duties because it's like the only thing that they're going to really focus on is Warzone. All right, so anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow or subscribe, viewing this on a podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.